Hey, y'all.
Switching to OnlyFans right
Yeah.
now.
Dad bod small rod. Right here. Welcome to the Two Thirsty Bikers podcast with your hosts, Stump and Stick.
Yeah, we use a stump, fucker.
Oh.
All right, let's get this episode started.
All right.
Welcome to Thirsty Bikers. Today we're going to talk about the tail of the dragon.
Oh, the dragon.
Yep.
We've had a lot of requests. People asking us about it, asking us to talk about it a little bit. So, what do we do?
We took off and went on the road.
Well, of course. I mean, we're never going to turn down a reason to ride, right?
Exactly.
So it was a great reason. So we took off this week, and I think it was a good ride, a great ride.
It was March 20th, I believe.
Mhm.
Today's 22nd. So, yeah, we rode 2 days ago.
Yep.
Took off 5 o'clock in the afternoon, rode up, rode back. It's only 42 miles, I believe, from here.
Yeah.
To get to the base of the dragon on Tennessee side.
And you've heard us talk. I mean, it's not our favorite road. It's not in our top 5. I don't know if it's in our top 10. It'd be close if it is towards the end. But we had a good ride
Right.
this time. Low traffic. I don't know. We passed 6 or 8 bikes, 3 or 4 cars, one dumbass.
Well, the traffic comes with the time of the day, time of the year, time of the week.
Yeah, I was fixing to say time of the week is a biggie.
And we'll get into that here in just a little bit.
Yep.
So, the Tail of the Dragon is one of the most popular roads in the U.S. for motorcyclists.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at it, 318 curves, 11 miles. I mean,
That's a lot of
that's
turning.
a lot. That's a lot of turning.
The scenery up there is not that great. You know, running north to south from the Tennessee side, 99% of the Dragon is in Tennessee.
Yeah.
You cross over in North Carolina, you drop off the hill maybe half a mile, and you're at Dill's Gap.
Yep.
But you start at Tabcat Bridge. A couple miles, maybe a mile in, you end up at the overlook, overlooking which dam was that? Calderwood.
Calderwood Dam.
Dam.
Calderwood Dam
Yeah.
kicks off to your right there, and that's a great place to stop. Because honestly, I think that's going to be, if you want to see scenic and that you want to see a view, that's it. Beautiful view,
That's about all you're going to see.
and then that's it. You know, I mean, after that, especially when the foliage comes in, leaves come in, there's not really a whole lot to see. And honestly, I think that's probably a good thing, because you need to ride that road.
Well, you don't have time when you're riding the Dragon, the actual 11-mile stretch that's considered the Tail of the Dragon. You don't have time to look off.
Nope, and you shouldn't.
I mean, you look off for 1 second, that could be the difference in life or death.
Right,
honestly,
absolutely.
you just don't have time. In the fall, like this time of the year, there was a couple of spots as we're going up the hill, approaching a curve that you could see, but it was a split second.
You can see the
Look.
next road up.
Well, you can see the next road up, and you could see some mountains out in the distance,
Yeah.
but it was split second.
Yeah.
Look at it, because you're looking that way anyway before you make your turns. But it was a great ride for us.
It was.
Like I said, we're still not a big. Of course, we live here though. There's
Right.
a difference.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it took us from the overlook to Deal's Gap, and I mean, and we were not riding hard at all.
No.
And that took us 19 and a half minutes, 19 minutes, something like that.
We were riding with the two thirsty biker wives on the back.
That's right. When you got precious cargo in the back, you got to take it easy, because if not, they'll gut punch you.
Well, I might have got gut punched
Well, I heard
more
anyway,
than once.
Yeah.
More than once.
Well, I heard the
That's-
kickstand, but
That's
anyway.
kind of normal occurrence, though.
I understand. I understand.
It's fine. She might have said a choice word or two,
Yeah. Well.
but she'll be good.
Oh yeah. Oh
She
yeah.
enjoys
She
it.
was fine.
Yeah.
I've seen her dancing, so you know.
Look, we put the new headset on. She had her own music. She was good
Right.
to go.
Yeah. We me and Justin actually talked all the way back down. We talked the whole way.
Right.
He's got the new Cena 50. I've still got the 20S Cena. If you're hearing this, you know, hey, we'll test it out for you. You know, just saying.
Well, look, I did a video on the 20S when I first bought it, put it on YouTube, and when I looked, a week and a half ago, had 46,000 plus views.
Hey, Cena, we can hook you up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I went to Bike Week and bought the dual set of the 50s. So that was the first time using those.
How do they handle in the mountains? We can tell you.
Yep. So from 20 to 21, there were 182 accidents on the Dragon. 132 of those accidents were motorcycles, and there were 9 fatalities, and every one of those was on a motorcycle.
Yep. It's probably one of the most dangerous roads in America, in North America, I think.
It's one of the top, and it's got a lot to do with how people ride that road.
Well, it does. I mean, and you get people who try to ride above their ability, or try to set some kind of record or something like that, and they don't think on what this road is consists of. I mean, it can be nasty. I mean, if you're not watching what you're doing, you can get in trouble real quick.
Well, I don't know that it has to do with ability. You know, people have plenty of ability to ride motorcycles, but that road is a different animal.
It is.
It's completely different anything else that I've ever ridden in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it on videos that people put on YouTube, it looks like it's flat, just with a lot of curves. No, there's a lot of uphills. There's a lot of downhills.
Well, the road pitches to the right, to the left. I mean,
quick
just
turns. Turn one way, immediately back to the other.
Yep.
But they try to get in there and hang with some of the other cars and the bikes that are on it, and some people just can't do that.
Well, and some of the videos you see on here are people that have lived here all their life. They ride that road, 5 or 6 times a week. They know every curve. They know
right.
the way the road pitches. They know, which way it's going next, because that's what they see and that's what they do every day. So when they post a video and they're running that hard, they know that road. And you get somebody, especially, and I'm not calling anybody out, but who don't have curves like we have, and they come up here and we've seen them, and they try to ride curves, and they're like, well, where I live, we don't have curves like this.
Right.
It's like, that's right. I think my biggest thing is, and I kind of had it a little bit on our last trip, but you get cars or bikes that get up behind other bikes who are running the speed limit. Speed limit is 30 mile an hour. And of course we probably wasn't doing 30, but they get up behind them, they start trying to push them.
Oh, we did 30.
Okay, yes, we did 30. It was 30 mile an hour the whole way. Yes, yep. We did.
It was 30 mile an hour.
Yeah, plus anyway, 30 mile an hour. But you get car or vehicles, motorcycles, whatever, behind these slower riders that's doing a speed limit or slower, and they start pushing them, and it makes that rider think they need to go faster. Ride your comfort level. There's pull-offs. Use them.
Yeah, hell with the people behind you.
We used to pull off.
We did, to let 2 cars go by.
There was 2 cars that was behind us. Hey, you know what? They're probably faster than us. I don't care. We pulled off. They blowed the horn. Appreciate it. Have a nice day. Pulled right back in, and we rode, and we didn't see another rider.
Well, they're also going north to south. There was actually a car that moved over and let us go by.
Yep, there was.
Because they were going a little bit slower.
Yep.
Which was fine with me. I mean, I don't care. I wasn't trying to push the car to move over. I wasn't on their ass or anything like that.
Nope. They seen us coming. They pulled over, and they're like,
ahead of us.
Wear it out. Yeah, well ahead of us.
So we give them the wave, and we rolled on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So law enforcement, especially on the weekends,
yeah,
you'll have Blount County, you'll have
THP,
Tennessee Highway Patrol, both of their motor units up there, as well as marked Explorers.
Yep.
And they will run the Dragon. They will write your ass a ticket.
They will. And, I see on FaceSpace all the time about, damn law enforcement got me on the Dragon, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, the speed limit, bro. If you want to run over the speed limit, that's your decision. And you're more than welcome to it. But if you get a ticket, that's your fault.
That is. I mean, you know what the speed limit is.
That's right. It's posted very well.
30 mile an hour. If you want to treat it like a racetrack and run 60 and 75, then look, if you get caught, it's all on you.
That's your fault, you know. I mean,
It's all on you. It is what it is.
and do they allow a little over? Sure they do. But I mean, if you know, like Justin said, if you're running 70 mile an hour,
Well, you know why they write you a ticket?
yeah, because they work those wrecks.
Because 182 accidents and 9 fatalities, all on motorcycles,
Exactly.
out of 132 motorcycle accidents
Yeah.
in those 2 years.
So I mean, you know, you gotta respect the road, but you gotta respect, you know, everybody else is there too. I mean, if you
Right.
go on the weekend, we were discussing this on our way back down, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I like the road. It's not one of my tops, but I like the road. But also, if you go up on the weekend, and we've been there on the weekends, and I don't have fun because I'm watching for everybody else. There's cars behind me. There's cars crossing the lanes. There's vehicles. There's motorcycles. You know, that it's too busy for me. Too busy for me that I cannot enjoy it because I can't relax.
Well, I'm going to back up just a little bit because we
Okay.
were talking about, other people
Yeah.
and griping about the tickets and all this stuff. I actually watched the video last night of a guy that got a ticket and he was mad as he could be because he said that was the only revenue. That was just a revenue maker. And he was mad because he got caught doing whatever he was doing and he got a ticket he had to pay for.
I can tell you that Blount
So
County
why-
does not need the revenue off the Dragon.
Why in the hell is he going to get mad for hauling ass on a motorcycle on the Dragon? Look, they don't do it for revenue.
No.
They don't do it for
Blount
revenue.
County got plenty of revenue.
They do it all for. Sorry, I had to refill. They do it all for life safety.
That's it.
Life safety. And I'll tell you this. Blount County Rescue Squad on the weekends post a truck up there.
Yep.
Just to cut the response time down. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a breakdown of response times for anybody that wants to know this.
And we know this for a fact.
The closest hospital is about 50 miles away.
That's the level 1
Give or
trauma
take.
center. Level 1 trauma center.
So you're 42 to 51 miles away, depending on where you are in the state in Tennessee. Well, even if you come from North Carolina, you're going to have to go to UT Medical Center because that's the closest one. It's still at minimum a 45-minute transport. That's not talking about response times to get there. On the weekends, they have an average of, 10 minute response time from Blount County?
10 to 15, depending on traffic.
Depending on traffic. They're not going to pass cars or pass motorcycles trying to go in. There's limited pull-offs along the way. So the ones that they come up on, even if they're running lights and sirens, they're not going to push them to get out of the way. They can't.
No, you can't.
You can't put somebody else's
Not safe.
life at risk whenever you're trying to get there emergency traffic.
Huh.
So that's why they fly most of them out.
And they have actually designated a parking area across from the Harley shop.
Smoky Mountains,
Smoky Mountain
129 Dragon Outpost.
Yeah. They've actually got an landing zone there for the helicopter, specifically designated. You can drive past it. You can see the big markers.
And that's still probably 5 miles from the base of the Dragon?
Absolutely.
On the north side?
Yep.
Because that is the closest spot where they can.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Because that's the closest spot that they can land.
It is. And so, I mean, that kind of tells you something.
Right.
So, you know, and you think about it, was talking to one of the crew that actually runs the Dragon a lot, and said they were actually running emergency traffic up the Dragon, and were actually passed by a motorcycle in a curve
while they're running lights and sirens.
I mean,
stupid.
If that was you, let me go ahead and tell you, you're a dumbass. You know, I'll say it.
Yeah. Well, you know, you get up there and people get this race mindset.
Mhm.
It's not a racetrack. It's a state highway. Look, for me, it's a way to get across the mountain. From where we are here, southwest of Knoxville, there's 3 ways to get across that mountain. Okay. You either go 68 through Tellico Plains
Mhm.
down toward Copper Hill, Tennessee. You go across the Dragon, or you go to Gatlinburg and you go across 441
Yeah.
to Cherokee,
So what's quickest way?
across the Dragon.
Right.
I don't ride the Dragon much. Now, the other day, 2 days ago, I enjoyed that ride because there wasn't many people there.
Right. And that's the
Okay.
thing.
But that goes to the time and the day of the week that we rode this.
Time of the year, time of the day, and day of the week. That's the big three. That's the 3 big ones.
We're getting into springtime. People are getting the itch to get back out to ride.
Don't blame them. I am.
And you're going to have the busy weekends on the Dragon.
Yep.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the Dragon. If you want to go take that ride, more power to you. Do I want to do that? No. It's not enjoyable to me.
No.
The reason is you've got all these people that have that race mindset. Cars, motorcycles, average vehicles, SUVs, you name it, whatever it is, they have that race mindset where they have to go flying across there. And one reason is, I believe, because there's companies there taking photos.
It could be. It could be.
They want to get that awesome ass looking shot, get online, buy the photo, and have it on the wall. Say, look what I did. I rode the Dragon. I was leaned over this far. Or I was doing this. I was doing that. Now, some of the photos are awesome, are great.
That's what I was fixing to say. You got Killboy, you got 129 photos. They take phenomenal pictures.
They do.
Phenomenal pictures. And you
Multiple
know what?
photos
Killboy
of
does
each
not
person.
care if you're laying down, if you're standing up waving. You know, he don't care. He
don't care. He don't care if
He's
you
gonna
turn
take
around
your
and ride backwards.
That's it. And he takes phenomenal. All of them. They take great pictures.
Look,
they really, really do.
He doesn't care if you're sliding across the asphalt
He takes those too.
with a tank top on.
Yeah.
There's pictures of that, and I'll probably
is.
put one right here. We'll show it.
Yeah,
maybe more than one.
And they do phenomenal up there. And I'll tell you, I know for a fact that Killboy keeps you abreast of the road conditions.
Right.
If there's an issue, he's posting it on his Facebook page. I mean,
Well, I believe his
out.
name is Daryl Cannon. I know his last name's Cannon. I think it's Daryl.
I think it is.
Even on his, I mean, he doesn't promote people acting idiots.
Hey, well, and he posts a lot on there. Fail of the Dragon.
Right.
If you cross the line in front of him, if you're across the mustard, he will post you up.
Oh, he will, and he'll blow it up.
Yeah,
well,
and he will wear it out.
See, even when we went, you know, being Wednesday night, we went and rode. We passed maybe 20 cars both directions, total. But we did have that one.
We had that one dumbass.
Luckily, it was a turn to the right for us, and he was probably about 2 feet over the yellow line when I went into the curve.
We got a picture of you. You see the blue car? We got a picture of you.
Yeah, it was the backside.
Yeah. And I'm the one that had my, this finger in your windshield. Yeah, that was me.
Well, you can't ride the Dragon and act like an idiot.
You got to respect the road.
Correct.
And ride the road in front of you.
But you also got to watch out for the idiots.
You do.
Because it doesn't matter. I mean, there's going to be some out there.
Well, and here's the thing, and I think it runs from February to almost December. There's events, and I swear I think they're every week. There's one this weekend. They have, what is it? There's motorcycle ones.
Oh yeah.
Cars. I don't know, Jeep clubs. Then they have that exotic, and I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head.
The Dragon Rally.
Yeah, Dragon Rally. That's the exotic cars.
What's the one they do with the Honda Groms, the Fitties?
Yeah, Fitties for Life.
Fitties for life or something like that. Mini Coopers, Porsche clubs, Corvette clubs, Miata clubs.
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
you name it.
This is filmed in March, and there's a Ponies in the Smokies because they have a lot of car shows, Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge area. You know, I swear I think it's year round now. And one of the things is during that weekend they do a ride of the Dragon. You know,
Right.
so you've got 200 Corvettes or Mustangs or whatever the car show is, blast from the past. The Fords, the Chevys, whatever, and that's what they do. They go up, they ride the Dragon to the top, turn around, come back to the bottom. So you got a whole line of cars right there.
Right. Well, they've also got the exotics. You'll see some very, very interesting automobiles that go across the Dragon. It doesn't matter. People trailer them up, they unload them, they ride them across the Dragon, and they stay in that 11-mile stretch.
Yeah.
Like people take vacations to go stay in Robbinsville or stay over Tellico Plains or Maryville area. They go ride the Dragon back and forth all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to beat their time. They're timing themselves. And that's all fine and good, but just keep in mind that there's other people on that road with you.
Well, and you have people that live in Robbinsville and work in Maryville, and they travel that road.
It's a commute
every day.
It's a commute.
And
I've used the Dragon as a commute more than once.
Yep. Well, we actually seen a guy the other day that had to. He went. We passed. We was at the Overlook. We seen a truck and trailer pass us.
Right.
Didn't think nothing about it. Probably somebody going to their house or whatever. We get down to Deal's Gap. He's picking a guy up from the campground. They take off back towards Maryville, and we took a little break there. And when we rode back, they were loading his bike up, and we seen the bike sitting on the side of the road. We thought he might have.
We thought he was off on the side in the woods taking a piss.
Yeah, that's exactly what we thought.
Right.
So it's like, okay.
I mean, the bike wasn't on its side.
No, it was upright. I mean, he's just sitting there.
He just parked in one of the pull-offs.
Yeah, so it's like, well, all right, you know. Yeah, he had to go. I get it. Been there.
Right. So when we went across there, and we talked last episode about, they're talking about resurfacing. I think the bid process is up for that, has started. Don't know a date when they're going to start that yet, but we did find out that it is a good thing that they're going to resurface that.
Yes.
It is passable. No issues at all. However, there are some rough spots.
Mm-hmm.
And best thing is somebody's gone around and spray painted on the road different areas like the
arrows.
And good thing is they painted arrows. Okay, stay away from this spot. Go this way to get away from that spot. But whoever Austin is,
Austin has a hole.
Austin's hole is painted on the road. And on the right side is Austin's hole. And it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what his hole really looks like. But I don't think I want to know.
No.
But I would like to know the story behind Austin's hole.
I think because Austin found that hole.
I have a feeling that it would straight up catapult your ass.
I guarantee you. That spot right there was pretty rough.
To Foothills Parkway.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Another inside story. But anyway.
It's the same inside story, just a different time.
Yeah. So there are some pretty rough spots. It needs to be repaved. It really does.
It does, especially north to south.
Yeah. Because
you're on the inside where the drop off is on your right side. So as the land settles, of course the asphalt's going to move. And there was a lot of broken up, uneven, but it wasn't terrible. It's not like there's potholes other than Austin's hole.
Yeah.
And if you like Austin, you can drive off in his hole if you want to, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
That's up to you. If you do that, more power to you.
Wear it out, bro.
Yeah. Go hit Austin's hole.
Yeah, exactly. Let us know if you hit Austin's hole.
But yeah, it needs to be repaved, but it's nothing that would keep me from going back and riding it again.
No, I'd ride it again. Not a problem.
For any reason. I mean, whatever.
I think we picked the best time of day to ride it.
Yeah.
Monday
through Thursday, early morning, late evening.
Yep.
Especially during the summertime, you're going to be good. It only takes about 20 minutes taking your time to go from the full 11 miles. So you're looking at 40 minutes to go across and come back from either direction. It doesn't matter.
I think our whole time was 45 minutes, and we actually took a break at Dill's Gap, let a couple of bikes go by.
All right.
And a couple of cars. And, you know, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
I will say this. If you just got your motorcycle license and you bought your first bike, do not go ride the Dragon on your first day.
Especially
if you do, you're an idiot.
Especially on a weekend.
And if you crash, you got what you asked for.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm sorry. Not everybody crashes. Understand that. But it is not for a novice rider, especially on the weekends.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about earlier is people try to ride above the ability or their limits, if that makes sense. They try to
push those limits.
Yeah, they try to push those limits,
Right.
and that's not the road to push your limits on.
No.
It's just not. There are a lot better roads, are in better condition, and especially if you're a young rider or a new rider, just got your license, you went and took the class, and they say, "Oh, yep, wear it out. You're a rider now." That's not the place to go.
No.
It's not.
So you can ride north to south, which is the Tennessee portion, into North Carolina. Start at Dill's Gap, ride south to north. It rides completely different.
Totally different.
Whichever way you go.
Totally different.
Okay. If you're riding north to south from Tennessee into North Carolina, you've got all the cliffs there on your right side. Okay, we mentioned that talking about the road conditions. That's where if you wreck, you're going off a cliff.
That's where you're going.
Like it's not straight down cliff, but you can't. It's not a hiking trail.
No, there's trees and it's a drop.
It is one hell of a drop. In some spots, it's a hell of a lot worse than others.
Yep.
Coming from North Carolina back to Tennessee, you're on the mountainside of it. You got a little bit more room for error, maybe, but it's not really. I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for here, but it's not really as.
I can't tell you. I don't know.
I know you can't.
I can tell you. I can't
Damn
tell
it.
you. Yeah.
But it's not as dangerous looking, I guess, in the eyes of the rider being.
You don't feel as threatened.
Okay, if I do something wrong, I'm not going to go off this cliff. I'm going to hit this bank and I'm going to stay in a ditch.
Right.
You got a ditch or you got a cliff? Which one are you going to choose? And that cliff is one hell of a ditch.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot bigger than the one on the other side.
I like riding from south to north. I just do. And it's nothing about, the drop off does not bother me. I just think it rides better. I think the pitch is better.
Right now, the asphalt's better on the.
It is. Yeah,
the
asphalt is better.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it just feels more comfortable with curves. South to north.
Right.
I don't know. Just me. Some people may say, nope. I like running up, as the locals call it. I like going over the mountain and wear it out. That's you.
Yeah.
So I like coming off the mountain.
Well, we've talked plenty about the Dragon. If you have any questions about it, and if you want to go ride it, you want us to go with you, we'll be more than happy to do that. A couple other quick little things about it. You've got Moonshiner 28, which turns off right there at Dill's Gap.
Mm-hmm.
Goes over by Fontana Dam. And if you go, instead of turning on 28, if you go straight on down toward Robbinsville, you'll come up on Tapaco Lodge. Yep. And great restaurant.
Great food.
Old school lodging area.
Motorcycle parking.
Covered motorcycle parking.
Yes, that's right.
It's very nice. Right on the creek. It's a good place.
Yep.
The Dragon's Den Grill is there at Dill's Gap General Store.
Yes.
Their store also, they have the stickers, the T-shirts. They have gas when they're open.
Well, they've got the the Tree of Shame.
They do have the Tree of Shame.
Tree of
They've
Shame.
got places to pull your bike up and take your pictures and all that stuff. On the Tennessee side, before you hit the Dragon, you also have Foothills Parkway. Foothills Parkway is 36 miles, I believe.
33, 36, somewhere around in there.
Yeah, it goes from 129 all the way to Wares Valley Road.
Yep. And
across the missing link, and we've discussed that. And we'll have a full episode on the
We're
Foothills
gonna,
Parkway at some point.
we're going to do the same thing with this one.
And just between the Dragon and Foothills Parkway, you have Happy Valley Road.
So I was going to say, if you actually come back towards the Carolina side,
right,
not much. Hit Happy Valley.
Well, just on the other side of the other side of the cove. You've got Happy Valley Road. Happy Valley Road is a fun, easy, quick turn, not very popular. It's a residential. It's pretty much a residential street. It goes up to top of the world and hits Foothills Parkway right there around Look Rock.
Yeah,
at the top, and then it drops off Montvale Road back into Maryville.
Yep.
So that's another.
I like that road. I mean, it's a fun little road.
Well, that's one of those unpopular roads that nobody really knows about.
And I'm not going to tell you exactly where it's at, but if you want to come ride it. But you can't remember where it's at because we don't want everybody to know where it's at.
Yeah, we'll give them the little light.
Yeah,
delete their memory.
You're not here no more.
Yeah.
So, well, one of the things I think that we forgot was on the Dragon, some of the funny names.
I didn't forget anything on the Dragon. I never stopped. I didn't leave anything.
Well, we forgot the names of some of the curves.
No, I didn't forget them. I just didn't mention them.
So there's Gravity Cavity. What was a couple of the other ones?
So,
the Switchbacks.
Okay.
Pigpen Bend, Killboy Corner, and that's where Killboy sits up. And nobody's gonna take Killboy's corner. That's it. He's there. He's been there for ever.
Yeah.
Sets that up. The wall, the launch. So that's some of the names, and you can actually pull the map up. You can get it online, and there's all kinds. The locals have named every corner up through there. Some of them I don't get, but there's Parsons Branch, and actually Parsons Branch
comes out of Cades Cove,
drops in,
and it's a one-way road.
Yes,
4-wheel drive recommended.
Yeah, and from our insiders, that's where the most wrecks are on the Dragon. Is right there where Parsons Branch comes in.
And I believe that's mile marker 4. Right?
Mile marker 4,
yep.
Which is, I don't know. I can't understand it, but hey,
I don't know why.
Whatever, but that's where most of the accidents happen.
Right. Well, I believe that's going to wrap us up for this episode about the Dragon. Hey, if you want to go ride it, more power to you. Our suggestion is ride your ride. Be safe. Don't hurt yourself. And don't hurt anybody else.
That's it.
Okay.
Got any questions? Make sure that you holler at us. If you have any questions about this episode or any other roads around here, or like I said, on earlier episodes, lodging, restaurants, things like that, shoot us a text, shoot us an email, whatever, twothirsty-bikers@gmail.com.
Correct.
And we'll be glad to answer them for you.
Yep. Thanks for listening. Come back next week or next episode. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Two Thirsty Bikers podcast. Join us every other Thursday for a new episode.
And remember to follow us on all social media and podcast platforms. And we do accept dollars for beers because
we are the Two Thirsty Bikers.
And cut!